My dove, are you still sleeping? I hate to wake you, but it's far into the evening now, and I just wanted to check on you. That's relieving to hear. Do you mind if I enter?
How have you been settling into your new room? Is it cozy enough? That's good to hear. Feel free to decorate or rearrange the room to your liking. If you need anything ordered for your comfort, just place it with the head maid before the end of each week. Ah, you haven't met your fellow staff, have you? They typically work behind the scenes. I don't want them to ruin the magic of this place with the help running around. No, that rule doesn't apply to you. In fact, if you start to make yourself scarce around me, I may just take back letting you work here. Can't have my dove trying to avoid me when you were the one who wanted to work here in the first place. Yes, I am doing better today. As I had said yesterday, I knew it would pass. I just needed some time alone. I needed to get myself back in control. I wouldn't say it's entirely too frequent, but these attacks have been increasing in number as of recent. Oh, my dear, no doctor can help me with this. I've called doctors, priests, I've even reached out to an alleged witch for assistance. All for naught, of course. They've all come to the same conclusion, and I've been left with no reprieve. That I cannot say. Forgive me, but that might be a bit too private to share. But just know there's no solution for my symptoms that I'm willing to do. Yes, there is one. How astute. But as I've said, I'm not willing to do that. I'm allowed to reject treatment if it goes against my current beliefs, you know. This conversation seems to have grown sour. My apologies, I wasn't trying to bring up uncomfortable topics. Why don't we focus on what your task around the Rose Manor will be? Good. If you follow me out, I'll show you to the private gardens. It's a place I personally attend to. It's also a place I don't let visitors or guests roam, so know that you are being granted a special privilege. This is perhaps one of my most cherished possessions. I've spent the better part of my later years tending to this particular garden. I was told these roses would be the thing that eases my heart's suffering and brings me my happiness. The gardens are in full bloom, almost glistening in the moonlight. Our gardens so far have already been immaculate, but this is almost otherworldly. You return your eyes to your host, and she's left with a despondent look while she gently runs her fingers against the rose's petals. You take her hand into yours and hold it firmly. Oh, I must have looked terribly grim. I was just thinking about how much time I lost to these gardens. And yet, I can't help but hold on to hope. They call it the cost-sunk fallacy. You believe you've invested too much into a project, that it'd be a shame to walk away, regardless of its beauty. Perhaps I could have done more, or at least done something different so this mattered. No, you're right. I've been able to meet and appreciate different people because of this garden. And even now, I've had the privilege to meet you. Her other hand cups your face while she stares into your eyes. Her thumb gently trails from the corner of your lips to your cheek. I hope my admiring of you isn't bothersome. I just can't help myself. Perhaps I'm drunk on the atmosphere of the roses, Or perhaps it's just you. If you too are lost in thought of me, then perhaps we should take a moment to enjoy this. Should we take a break from the world and simply enjoy these gardens with one another? You feel her pulling you in magnetically. She moves both of her hands behind your neck and looks at you deeply. It's absolutely entrancing. The brief moment you manage to steal your eyes away from her, you notice the raven-like cat, Pickles, watching you from the window. He turns from you and you have a nagging feeling that you can't do this. Not yet. Not until you see what is hidden in that room of hers. Dove, is there something the matter? You look worried. You need to be right back. I can escort you if you... well, don't let me stop you. I will wait for you here to return. I hope you won't take too long.
So, you decided to finally trust me. A good thing, too. I saw you nearly fall into her beguiling magics. You really aren't the same, are you? You are being poisoned slowly, and soon enough you'll fall into her arms. Even if she isn't doing this intentionally, she craves something you have, and she'll make it hers, even at the cost of your free will. I doubt anything I say will actually hold weight to you. As far as you're concerned, I'm just a dumb pet. Follow me downstairs. You'll find her hidden study, and it will reveal everything you've been missing in that head of yours.
The study is freezing cold and it doesn't hold a single candle in the room. You struggle to see anything and nearly topple over a chair. That's when you hear Pickles move what sounds to be glass, and a vibrant light is expelled from a crystal. This small room has little to note to it, besides a desk, a chair, a book, and a covered painting. You turn the chair to face the desk and take a seat. You open the pages of what seems to be an ornate journal and read. My throat burns every day. I feel a gnawing in my stomach. The only thing that has quenched it since I arose from the ground has been the blood of those humans. They scorn me and call me a monster. They said I killed them, but I'm only in pain. No one will listen. They raise their weapons and voices to me, and I can only suffer. Suffer. Why must I suffer? What is death but eternal rest? Why can I not satiate my own pain? I cannot find death no matter how long I search for it. Only agony. I only need blood and then it goes away. The burning, the aching, the pain. But it never lasts. This is the mistress's handwriting. But this cannot be her, right? You turn a few pages. I felt satisfied for a few moments finally. I drank and I kept going until I couldn't see any more humans. I felt so whole in that moment. I felt like the stars and skies were smiling for me, and the numbing sensation that washed over me like bliss. Covered in those humans' blood, gods began to attack me. They didn't understand what I discovered, but they did help me learn more. Humans are weak. Their weapons do not hurt me. Compared to the hunger I feel, their swords and spears are just like needles.
They were easy to kill.
Your stomach churns as you realize what this is. But this can't be real. This must be a work of fiction. It must.
I know that look. You're making excuses for her again. You may not remember what she's done, but the world does.
The cover on the painting is pulled down by the raven cat, and before you sits a painting of a very different woman. Covered in fine clothes and jewels, she adorns a psychotic look. You see your mistress on a throne. Surrounded by humans, they look like they're begging her to drink from them.
She enchanted the people of this land and enslaved them. Keep reading.
You skim another few pages.
The humans kept talking about a duke, begging for his help. I thought I should meet him and find how strong a human could really be. If a duke is so strong to be called for, then he should be entertaining now. Sadly, I found out he was nothing more than a man surrounded by more men, and men that were much stronger than him. He died quickly and pathetically. His blood was even sour.
You skim ahead once more.
Every day has become the same. I wake up, I feed, I indulge, and I slumber once more. I used to revel in the numb feeling, but it now feels pointless. Why do I linger among these humans when there's nothing for me? They lay themselves before me to be drunk from, and they revel in jubilation as I do. They no longer run in fear, but beg me to drink from them. I can only presume this is another thing that sets me apart from these humans. This is so horribly boring.
You skip a handful of pages and stop when you see her writing get erratic.
The hero? Is that the excitement I craved? I hear of their feats as they fell thralls and servants of mine. I can only wait in delight as I watch them grow stronger and stronger. They're just a human, but they're different. Where this kingdom is casted in shadows, they're a piercing light amongst this fog, not obscuring vision, but breaking through the mist and miasma. Today they're in search of a legendary blade called the Holy Avenger. I hear it has capabilities to slay any undead with a single blow. Perhaps this is what I've been waiting for. Maybe this will be my final test until eternity.
The last pages have been torn out of the book, but from what pages are left, you piece together that the Archduchess, your mistress, went to meet the hero in battle. If it's anything like the dream you had, and the story the lady read to you, then you know she was defeated, yet not killed. You think to yourself, did she let herself be defeated, in the hopes of having her life be cut short?
So, you know the truth. You know she isn't the kind lady you've been worshipping up until this point. Part of you likely already felt this truth in your bones. But you know that hero and you are connected. Even that vampiress Duchess Raerdrim knows. But what she doesn't know yet is how. And I doubt you'll be left alone when she finds out.
He's right. But you ask how he knows all of this.
I was once your knight, your right-hand man. And when you defeated her, you refused to claim her life. I don't know why, but you allowed her to live. I was already captured by her. I couldn't help you, but I could protect you from getting hurt by her ever again.
You ask what he means by that.
I'm not proud of it, But when I found one of her ritual books, it said it would hide you from those who sought you. But I didn't realize it would kill you. When she found that out, she turned me into this. And now you've returned. Just very different.
Some memories come flooding back to you, and you feel your mind begin to spin. Before you can steady yourself, you fall into a soft figure. Before you lose consciousness, you hear, I should have known. I thought this time would be different. But my excitement for your return has made me careless. Especially with you.
You take your hands off them. I won't let my work.
I don't want to hear it from you. I've entertained your existence for their sake. But you continue to test my patience. My dove. No, my hero. Welcome home.